then the little boy, he goes, I'm too excited to sleep.
We're too excited to sleep.
We're too excited to sleep.
Sounds like Estelle Getty when he says it. He's like, we're too excited to sleep.
That's not what Estelle Getty sounds like.
In my head, it's what Estelle Getty sounds like.
I'm Demi, theme park YouTuber, aka Magical Hijinks.
And I'm entertainment journalist Joey Nolfi, and we've both been diagnosed with terminal theme park obsession, and we're definitely going to spread it to you on the Park Peeps podcast.
We've got years of theme park knowledge, so join us as we serve piping hot takes, park tea, offer the best travel hacks and tips, and chat with guests in the theme park space.
So sit down, buckle in, and pull up on that yellow strap while we dispatch for the Park Peeps podcast.
Wham, wham, wham! Triple mountain whammy.
Wham, wham, wham. Are you ready for a triple mountain whammy of nostalgia on Park Peeps today?
As you might have noticed a long time ago in the great vein of Stacy, the Disney Resorts icon of the aughts,
There doesn't seem to be any track.
leading from one of our brain cells to the other.
But that's okay, because we have a very special guest with us to pick up the slack as we rewind the VHS players of our mind and dive deep into the warmest, fuzziest corners of nostalgia to rank our favorite classic Walt Disney World commercials and a select few other Disney VHS treasures we've uncovered along the way.
Before we bring out our guest, please remember to subscribe on Apple, follow us on Spotify, vote on our poll on Spotify, leave us a comment, and give us a maximum star rating wherever you get your podcast, because that helps keep us bringing you our humble little theme park pod each week.
Bro.
Bro.
We're bringing that back.
Bringing that back.
And make sure you are following me at Joey Nolfi on social. Follow Demi at Magical Hijinks. That's HIJINX on social and YouTube. And hit that follow button for us on Instagram, TikTok, and more at Park Peeps Pod. And I also want to point out that on behalf of EW, I was just a guest on the 4-year amusement pod with Ryan Bergara and Byron Marin. We were trying to decipher if Rock and Roller Coaster was world class. It got pretty spicy. Ryan misnamed one of my I had to mute myself from laughing. He misjudged the lyrics of an Aerosmith song to the funniest possible thing you'll ever hear in your life, and he's been singing it for most of his life. So make sure you go check that out. Go listen to those guys in their episodes on their channel and on YouTube. It was so much fun. But everyone knows that hitting the slay button on your microwave to send a bag of popcorn into the nuclear abyss as a little treat while you watched your favorite VHS videos was the absolute healing balm as a child. But today, we are replacing that iconic TV snack with another tasty morsel in the form of fries.
Yes, dear listeners, our next guest hails from the AllEars family alongside our deep friends of the pod like AJ Wolf, Quincy, and Emma. So extending the Park Peeps and AllEars crossover universe, please welcome AllEars Fry Bucket! Fry, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm actually crying from that wonderful intro you just gave me.
I saw you wiping the tear away. I was like, that might be the first that somebody's ever started crying before we even get to talking.
Yeah, I mean, that was wonderful. Thank you. Happy to be here.
This is just what a little thrill. I mean, we're diving deep into nostalgia, and I was like, why not bring out a new old friend, I guess?
Yeah.
Well, I would say, because we're on the cusp. I feel like we've been friends, but we just hung out for the first time in the parks recently. That was really fun. And I gotta say, everybody, if you need somebody to do your glam bot on Tower of Terror, Fry is your diva. Fry is your diva.
Fry, you need to help me because I never get it right. So
okay, I will help you. I've only done it the one time. But
okay.
That was your first time?
Mm-hmm. Nailed it.
Wait a minute.
I saw that video. You nailed it.
It's like,
Thank you.
Fry, you literally, the pose was perfect. Me and Stephanie Demi, another Stephanie mentioned. We were with...
What's up, Stephanie?
We were with Stephanie and Lindsay, and Stephanie's just cheesing like a big old, doofus on there, just cheesing as it goes up. Lindsay actually had a nice little pose over her shoulder, too. And then I don't know what the hell I was doing, but Fry... That's the cover of Vogue right there. That's Disney Vogue. Yeah.
And I just have to tell you, I'll never forget the first time I heard your name, Fry Bucket. The way and how long I laughed for.
Well, can you reveal the origin of the name on the pod?
So, here you go. Exclusive me saying it on the internet for the first time.
Park Peeps exclusive.
Only for Park Peeps. So I did not come up with the name Fry Bucket. The person who actually came up with the name Fry Bucket was none other than AJ Wolf of Disney Food Blog.
Boom.
So she gave me my nickname. There were rumors on the internet one time that we were related. I'm not related to AJ. We just both live in Texas.
Rumors.
Not everyone. That was on the Reddit threads. Not everyone who lives in Texas is related. Okay. I earned my job. I got it. We're not related. But there was already someone on the team off camera. You won't figure it out, but there was already someone on the team with my same name. And so we wanted to come up with a nickname to not get us confused. And so sitting behind me on the shelf during a Zoom meeting one time was the Millennium Falcon popcorn bucket. And and we were just talking, and AJ was like, oh, like, did you know that when they first made those, it was for French fries? Like, it was a fry bucket. And then here we are.
Here we go. Here we are.
That sounds like a very AJ thing to like
Yes,
point
it
out
does.
and say.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah,
I love.
full of knowledge.
I just loved on AJ's live that she did a better book that it was like, she was like, oh, they sent me this copy of my book with just the mock cover of it, and it was over a book called like I Was Raised by a Serial Killer or something like that. I was just like, how does AJ get herself into these predicaments? But I mean, look at this. Just expanding the lore of the Park Peeps and AllEars /DFB universe, the multiverse, just crossing over. We love it.
We are the multiverse.
We are. That's right. We are the multiverse. But it's such a fun episode that we have planned. I do always love a bit of Disney nostalgia. And I remember watching those commercials like when I was a kid, but I think that there might be a significant age gap here. Like, I'm older than you kids, right? Like, I feel like I'm a lot older than you, at least, Fry. I'm just turned 35.
Okay, well,
Just a few months ago.
Shut up, Debbie.
Just 11 months ago. Don't worry about it.
I feel like I need to go back on our no swearing policy right now because Debbie is dragging me. But yeah, just several months ago. It was only 3 months ago.
Only 3.
I turned 35, so I feel like my era of commercial might be a little bit different than y'all's.
Well, I'm definitely probably like in between you guys. I turned 30. I'm halfway through already, which is horrifying to even think of, but I'm 30. So, yeah, I have like my memories of things are like late 90s, early 2000s type of things. But there's so much that rolled over from the early 90s as well into the late 90s that and also that live on the VHSs that came out then that I eventually got as a child. So I'm sure there's going to be lots of crossover.
That's true.
Yeah, I know. And also, I'm not as young as I look.
See,
good for you, girl.
I love it. Yeah, I'm like, okay, at least she knows. Like, at least Fry knows.
Because let me tell you something. I've always been the person that people were like, oh, you don't look your age. When 30 hit, it's just like, no, I look 30 now. Like, there's no more lying. Not that I lied, but so good happens. For you. Enjoy it.
As the great Mary Roach said on American Idol, hey, whatever. Like, because you know what? We're all here right now, and we're all talking about nostalgic commercials.
Well, actually, my mom just watched our Kennywood video, Joey, and she said to me, how old is Joey? He looks really young. She thought you were younger than me. So there you go.
Boom,
thanks,
boom,
Mom,
boom,
for
boom,
calling
boom,
me old.
Boom. You know what? I thought I stand laughing Sal before that moment, but you know what?
Shout out to Laughing Sal.
Stand her even more now.
Before we get into the commercials, no Disney video nostalgia conversation is complete without talking a little bit about some classic Disney VHS releases. So do you have any that were on rotation when you were a kid?
Fry.
Of course, Beauty and the Beast. That has always been my favorite Disney movie of all time. Nothing will ever top it. That one and probably Little Mermaid, I think, were the top 2 for me. Did
you have them in the puffy plastics?
Oh, of course. Yes. We had a little playroom in between mine and my sister's room at our old house, and we had 2 built-in bookshelves both of them were full of VHS tapes.
Oh,
The puffy plastics.
All of them.
I had them all too, and I actually just put them back into storage because I refused to give them up.
My favorite was always the, and I am so glad within the past few years I've seen this kick up online, but it was in addition to the movies that I used to watch all the time, but it was the Disney sing-along, the Disneyland Fun one. Like, that was...
That's the reason I went to Disney.
Same. That is the first thing that I remember as a kid being like, what is this place? This place looks absolutely insane.
Watch it on repeat.
Yep. And I would fully watch it on repeat. And my favorite was... I did like the song that we can't sing anymore. That one was always fun.
Because it was the 90s version, and it was a really funky version of it.
Yes, it was. And,
And the construction men.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. But that one was one of my favorites, but my absolute favorite was obviously the Haunted Mansion one. I mean, those trees and
that one scared me.
It scared me so much. Like, as someone who grew up, I was afraid of everything, like anything scary and roller coasters, and now my whole personality is spooky things and roller coasters.
Love this.
But I always have her head. Every time I see the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland, because that's where it was filmed, I always think, I wonder what kind of things happen here at night. That's what she says before it leads into the song.
Well, no, I really, that it's like, isn't it funny how this goes back to what we were talking about with Francis last week, but the tapestry of sounds and visuals, and it's just they embed themselves into these little tiny places in your brain. And I can hear the vocal inflection of her saying that in the video. And it's weird how it happens in the formative years too. Like when you're a kid, and these things that you just love so much when you're a child, your brain synapses literally form around these things. So.
Oh, and I'm going to have the same things like that. That's going to come up again with me today as we talk about these commercials and other things.
Yeah, Demi was texting me earlier and was like, I'm literally crying right now. And I was like, what? I was like, what? What's wrong? What's wrong? And she was like, no, because these commercials are making me feel so nostalgic as I'm researching.
That was me. Yesterday, I just pulled up YouTube compilations of all these commercials, and I was sitting there in tears. And I was like, why am I crying?
Hey,
no,
we did it, y'all. We better bottle those tears. Those are magic. Those are some magic tears.
I will still put on Disneyland Fun every once in a while. And I go to Disney World literally every month or more for the channel and whatever. And there is something about it that it makes me feel so good and like a child. And when they start playing When You Wish Upon a Star and they're all saying goodnight, and when Mickey shoots the fireworks, that's when I just absolutely lose it. And that choir music of the song is playing. It's just
so good.
I'm over. And then they go and you see the carousel in the distance through the castle. It's just I could cry right now thinking about it. I won't though.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Oh my god,
fries already. Fries.
Me too. We're all kind of
made me cry twice.
We have literally made Fry cry multiple times so far. We're not even.
You knew this episode would be so emo.
I know. We have another.
We haven't even started talking about anything yet, really.
Hey, you know what? We have had Park Peeps Oprah edition many times so far. So shout out to Jarendelle, who was the first ever Park Peeps Oprah edition.
But can we do one where I get a car in the end, please?
Yes, let's a test track. We'll give you a little test track car. But Demi, did you have a VHS or?
Well, actually, I really, as I said, I was born in the late 90s. So, technically, I was born almost smack down in the center of the 90s because I'm December 94. Mm-hmm. So, for me, and still my two favorite Disney animated movies are Hercules and Mulan. And that's when they came out. Why are you laughing at me?
I love Disney girl math because Demi was I was born in the late 90s and then literally said I was born in 1994.
Well, no, I didn't because in my brain, I'm literally smack down in the middle of the 90s. But in terms of when I was a child where I can actually watch things, it would be the late 90s.
True.
I'm not trying to make myself Gen Z. I know I am a zillennial. So I was not the biggest Little Mermaid fan, but when The Little Mermaid 2 came out, I loved it. And I recognize it is not a good movie. It is not nearly as good as actual Little Mermaid, but I prefer to watch that one. and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think I like Morgana.
No, love
Love
her.
it.
Love the fact that they continued their story and we got to see Ariel as a mom. You know, they
Yeah.
had never done that before and really haven't done it to that extent since. So I thought it was very, very cool. My sister and I loved it.
cool.
So I approve. I don't hate you for that.
Great.
Thank you.
Look at us, all on
Look
the
at
same
us.
page. Look at us. Well, moving on to commercials. Now, we have already referenced her. There is really, I think, no better place to start than with the ultimate Disney World commercial queen. And yes, that is the official title I have deemed. But Stacy, the lady whose voice haunted you the moment you checked into your all-star resort. She greeted you on your TV when you came back from a park day. And you couldn't not hear her voice ringing around in your mind long after your Disney vacation was over. So she has been, I feel like, a bit of a controversial presence. At least
Cher, are you here?
Cher, she's a controversial presence. But at
Oh.
least, she's a Stacy, Stace. At least she was a controversial presence in my family. My family couldn't stand her. I thought she was hilarious. I always loved her. But was she? Do y'all was she favorable or annoying to you? Or Demi, was she? I know actually.
Okay, so
Yeah.
everyone, here's the deal. If this is your first time listening to me, I did not grow up going to Disney. I was very fortunate when I was 4 years old that my mom took me. But my mom was a single mom. We weren't going to Disney every year. So I didn't know who Stacy was until the internet kept showing me memes and obviously just learning about the history of Disney as I got into doing my channel in 2019. In 2020 really, but leading up of learning everything. And so I have no attachment to Stacy like the rest of everyone else does. And I have really no opinion on her either because I don't really know her that well.
Oh my gosh, Demi said flop. Demi said, Stacy, you're a flop.
Did not. Stacy, I'm sure we'd be best friends.
If you have that energy bank for Stacy, I mean, yeah, I would love to be friends with Stacy. But wait, Fry, do you remember her from when you would go?
So I went to Disney when I was super young. Don't have a whole lot of memories from that trip, but the trip I consider my real first time was in high school. And, I mean, it was on the TV. I don't think the rest of my family understood how much of an icon she was, but I did. And so then after the trip was over, then I was like, how do I work at Disney? How do I do all of this? Researching all that kind of stuff. So then I was like, okay, I'm watching all these videos of Stacy all the time. Queen.
That's right.
There
I
you
thought
go.
we were veering into Fry also being like Stacy Flop territory.
No.
So
I'm not Stacy Flop. I just didn't know
Thankfully-
her.
I'm just
No,
teasing
because
you, Demi.
I don't want this to get back to Stacy and be like, did you hear that Demi just thinks Stacy's a flop?
Stacy, I'm
You'll
kidding.
never-
Oh,
never hear what I just
Fry's
said.
calling Stacy. Fry is literally has her phone up and is
I
calling
wish.
Stacy.
Immediately, I'm canceled. Are you kidding?
Yeah. No, Stacy, this is a joke. I am sorry. It is a full joke. I'm just playing with my girl Demi. But yeah, just that triple mountain whammy and the wham, wham, wham. And I could recite it when I was a kid. I used to say it along with her. I used to quote it when I was in the parks. And Demi, I've realized I should have ahead of time in our intro script, I should have given you an example of the line reading because
Oh yeah, I want everyone to understand that Joey we split our jobs on this podcast, and Joey does the beginnings of of our scripts before we stop reading a script and we just start talking like humans. And I just read it, and I had no clue what was happening in the beginning of this podcast.
my brain was breaking because Demi was like, there does not seem to be any track. And I was like, oh no.
I literally just
You
read.
gotta do it like Stacy. That actually this is an interesting experiment though, because that is
Oh wait, what I said was her line?
right. Yeah.
Girl,
And-
what? Why didn't you tell me?
And I guess I just assumed my mind wasn't computing, but yeah, she's like, there doesn't seem to be any track. That's how you gotta say
Okay,
it.
do you want me to go back and read this whole
That would
that part
be
again? Okay, here we
so
go, everybody.
Hilarious.
Okay,
Take
here we
two.
go. Okay, take two. Ready? As you might have noticed a long time ago, in the Great Oh wait, no, that's not the right line. Wait, is it?
Bro.
Wait, where's
Bro.
that line? I
Bro.
lost it.
Yeah, it's your very first line of the script, as you might have noticed.
Oh
long
yeah,
ago.
as you might have noticed, No, oh my gosh, here we go. As you might have noticed long ago, in the great vein of Stacy, the Disney Resort's icon of the aughts, there doesn't seem to be any track. Is that right? I totally forgot how you already said it because it's already out of my brain. I'm sorry, this is so fun for everybody.
Fry's crying again.
How did she say
We're
it?
gonna have to have a counter of how many times I cried.
Yeah. This is 3, a ding counter. We're gonna ding each time.
Doesn't seem to be any track.
Demi, I'll send you some
Stacy lore,
some casting notes
Okay.
after this audition. But yeah, she's like, you gotta like stick your finger in her mouth. She's like, doesn't seem to be any track.
There doesn't seem to be any track.
Okay,
better.
better.
Is that better?
Better. Yay,
All right.
we got it. We got it. We got
Okay.
it.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
You can call my agent.
Well, let's move on to some of our favorite classic Disney World commercials. I know, Demi, I know you want to go first.
I know usually we let like our guests go first, but like Fry,
Demi really wants to go
really
first.
want
It's
to go
fine.
first.
You do it. You go, girl.
I really okay because like we came up with this idea because I don't remember how we came up with it, but I remember like I was like, oh, I really want to do this. I was really excited when we came up with this topic because there's one commercial that is burned into my brain, like how we said before of like how we remember things as kids that are just like it'll stick in our like the way people say it or whatever. And it is the commercial of the little girl in the Disney Resort. She's all dressed, ready to go. Her parents are still asleep in the second bed, and they get the wake-up call.
It's so cute.
And it rings, and that like little quirky music is playing. She runs to the phone, and she answers, "Hello?"
Hello?
Jilly, it's time to get up.
It's Goofy!
And then it cuts to them at the Grand Floridian at the outside, and she's grabbing her parents. Come on, let's go. And then they're leaving for the night, and like the dad's holding her hand, the mom has a Mickey balloon, and she looks a little sad. And her dad says, "Well, I guess you've seen just about everybody." And then you see from like her POV looking up, and it's Mickey, and she's looking up at him and says,
I've been waiting my whole life to meet you.
and I'm about to cry.
Me too. Me too.
And then she kisses his nose and gives him a hug. And that commercial and the way she says every line is burned into my
perfect.
brain.
It's
And it
perfect.
perfectly encapsulates of what a perfect Disney like visit is in that era and how we
Yeah.
all try to have that again and want that back.
That's a beautiful way of putting it, Demi. It really is. And, you know, I think it's also beautiful that people did not call CPS on her parents because, I mean, what kind of... How was that girl not seeing Mickey until the end of the night? Like, I'm calling CPS. I'm calling CPS. No, I really... Yeah, it's just a beautiful commercial. And it reminds me in tone of the ones that they did... just recently, I think it was for the 50th, where they did like all the really cool like little vignettes. It wasn't like a cool ad. It was just kind of like they turned on the camera or capturing these really authentic moments of people in the park, but like on really high definition cameras. And there was like no music, and it was like capturing those real moments with kids and families and like interacting with the characters or like, you know, doing little like things on the rides. And it was just, it kind of reminds me of like an evolution of that commercial as those new ones that they did. So
Yeah, I wonder if those were real people. Because actually, speaking of, I was actually featured in a theme park commercial.
What?
Yes.
You didn't
I was in
start
a
with
Universal
that?
Mardi Gras commercial. I totally forgot, you guys. Yeah, no, I told you about this, but I forgot. And then, so in 2023, they still use the same commercial today. But if you go on, go on YouTube, Universal licensed a part of one of my YouTube videos of me at the Mardi Gras parade, and they used it in their actual like full-on commercial. So yeah, I got to be in a commercial for Universal.
Awesome.
you have told me that. I thought you were saying like, I thought you were going to be like, as a child actor,
No,
I was
That girl on the commercial,
You're like,
that was me.
was it?
That's why I love it.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
That little girl.
I wish
She
my
was
mom
me.
let me do it. Like, I know child actors go through a lot, but like my mom, like, come on, girl. Let me do it.
I love this one. What a way to start. Fry, what's yours?
I think the first one that I thought of when y'all told me about this topic, in that same era of old Disney commercials. It was the one, which I can't detail it scene by scene like you just did, but
Debbie just
she like gave us the entire thing. But basically it was the little boy and the little girl. They are sleeping like the night before their trip.
That's on my list.
And
Yeah.
they're like a little restless,
love
and then their parents are like, "Hey, go to sleep." And then the little boy, he goes, "I'm too excited to sleep."
We're too excited to sleep.
Excited to
It gets
Too excited to sleep.
at the end, then it goes to the parents' bedroom, and then the same thing. The dad's like, "I'm too excited to sleep."
You sleep?
Nope, too excited.
I heard that.
I can't. I'm too excited.
Mhm.
I love that one so much.
It's so
the
good.
The way the little boy says, "We're too excited
Excited
to
to
sleep."
sleep. We're
It's
too
just like, it
excited.
feels so, like, give that child actor a raise. Like,
He's-
that was great. A
He
great line.
sounds like Estelle Getty when he says it. He's like, we're too excited to sleep.
That's
and-
not what Estelle Getty sounds like.
In my head, it's what Estelle Getty sounds like. And
It doesn't sound like that at all. You don't watch enough Golden Girls.
well, the commercial is actually it has a name apparently that it's called Anticipation, and it's from 2002.
Yeah.
So that was on all of our lists. Look at it. Look at us knocking one off the list. But yeah, I love that commercial so much, and that is the first one I can remember. I think like repeatedly seeing on TV, because I think I was like 12 when that came out, so it was playing on TV a lot. So we're too excited to sleep. That was like, wait, I've turned him into like a very elderly woman
With no teeth.
like a bog witch. I've turned him into.
We're too excited to sleep. We're too excited to sleep.
We're
What if I
itching
just
him.
did the rest of the podcast like this? I think we can do it. Fry, are you going to cry again,
turning
Fry?
this off right
I
now.
don't-
No, please don't.
No.
Don't turn.
We already lost Stacy as a listener.
Yeah.
We can't lose everybody else.
Stacy, come back, please.
No, but that's great. Fry, thank you for doing that one. That one is
course.
perfect. Do you remember seeing it on TV when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, all the time.
It's such a good one. It really is such a good one. All right, look at us. We are off with a bang.
Well, Joey, what's your first pick?
Well, I'll mention very quickly one and then get into the one that I really want to talk about because I don't have too much to say about the first one. But the first one is the Nahtazu
Oh
from
my gosh.
Animal Kingdom. It's so crazy.
Nahtazu!
Nahtazu!
Not
It's
you.
literally so crazy. It is like it's from,
I can't
and
believe
also
they did
that
that.
paired with it's wild. And the original paired with the original Animal Kingdom commercial from 1998. That one I love because it has like the dinosaur chomp and the Jeep, and then the tree sprouts out from the classroom, and it's just I love that commercial. There's nothing
The
wrong
one
with that
where
one.
it's like first there was Magic Kingdom, then
Yeah.
there was Epcot, then Disney's MGM.
Yeah, it was MGM then. But then the Nahtazu one, it's just like, it's kind of perplexing. It's like you have everyone screaming Nahtazu in this like ambiguous, and I say this not as a means to generalize, but because it is a made up word to double for not a zoo.
Yeah.
So they just kind of like funneled influences from like every nation on the continent of Africa into one word and vocal inflection. Like it is unhinged. So I really cannot believe they did that. But it is amusing to look back on today. But my first one it's called Voice of Experience from 1994. And it's just these two little boys packing for their Disney trip. The older brother is telling his brother, Larry.
Yes.
What?
Wait, can we pause really quick?
Yeah.
Because why is this little boy's named Larry?
Larry, it's like no place you've ever been in your life.
Because I had this on my list and I wanted to bring this up so bad, Joey. He literally is like, you know, Larry.
Well, it is insane that this child name is Larry, because I can say I don't think I've ever met a child named Larry. But it's just like he's also packing in the most nonsensical way in history, which is, I mean, I guess it's kind of like the idea is that like this kid is trying, well, maybe actually, you know what? I'm talking myself into buying his name as Larry, because the whole commercial is about these kids acting grown up. And like Larry is kind of like a grown up name, and they're trying to act grown up because he's like packing and trying to like give his brother a talk like, listen, young man, this place is going to be so fun. And
you have to pace yourself. There's a long, the first timers make all these mistakes. You can't do it all at once.
Yeah. He says, you
don't eat before going on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
He says, you try to do it all you try to do it all at once, you'll be sleeping like a baby at lunchtime. But I'm just like, the privilege and the access and the clearance that these children had back then, like if they only knew, I would love for him to try booking even one lightning lane today. Like, baby, you will be sleeping before the rope drops. And he also mentions, like, as Demi said, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which she's not even there anymore. I would love for these children to like be plucked out of this place in time and put within the Walt Disney World Resort of 2025 and see how they would react. And but the ending is just, the ending is so cute. He's like, you're going to love this place, Larry. It really brings out the kid in you. And then that instrumental of Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Anytime Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes plays in any iteration, it makes me emotional.
Larry, it really brings out the kid in you.
But I would, like I said, I would very much like to see Larry today, how his trauma is doing after his brother told him all these lies about Disney World. And also, how would this commercial be done today? Like a child texting Larry from a different room, Larry staring blankly at an iPad while his brother packs, literally not retaining any information that his brother is saying whatsoever. And then their mother is in the other room having a deep anxiety attack, thinking about how she's going to have to gentle parent these little demons in the Florida heat. Like, I would love to see this commercial recontextualized in 2025.
Just dragging Gen Alpha.
Demi, do you remember what I said I'd do to the children that are hanging up the signs when I'm on Small World and they're in the Pinocchio restaurant?
Yes, I do.
What do you do?
I ignore them. I ignore them.
That's not very nice.
Well, at least I'm not mean to them. I just ignore the children who are asking me to do things because I'm like, I paid to be here. So,
just wave at them when they tell you to wave. That's it.
All right, Demi, should we just count that as a double for us? Did you already have that on yours?
I did kind of like go into it, so I don't want to take up more time. I have more, but I want Fry to go again.
Yeah, Fry go. Yeah, Fry go.
Oh man, I have two more that are really, really good. Oh no, I have three more, but
I think we all do.
Yeah.
The one I'll talk about next, this commercial does not have a single word of dialogue in it, and it's probably the best storytelling in regards to Disney commercials. It happened at Disneyland. Darth Vader goes to Disneyland for a day.
Oh yes,
I've never seen.
You need to watch it right now.
Have you ever seen Darth Vader on Dumbo, like the meme?
No, I've literally never seen that.
Oh, well, that's where it's from.
Okay, let me paint you the picture.
Yeah, paint it. Okay. I'm listening. I'm all ears. Ba-ba, boom.
That's
Ba-ba,
cry number
boom.
5.
That's cry number 5.
Okay, you had to do it. I'll let it slide. Okay.
Let me just get my gloves on.
Darth Vader goes to Disneyland. It's him and 2 stormtroopers. They show up to the Disneyland gates. They're standing there in front of the train. They're kind of looking around and they're exploring their day at Disneyland. This was made to promote the opening of Star Tours at Disneyland. So they first get there. Mm-hmm. It says it's closed. It's opening soon. It's not open yet. So then they're like, guess we'll go explore the rest of the park. So they ride Dumbo. They, what else do they do? They're like meeting characters. At one point, they're watching the parade. Darth Vader's holding a balloon, and the stormtrooper has a Mickey ear hat on, and they're like watching the parade. And it just, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just showing you how everyone has fun at a Disney park.
Even a fascist dictator can enjoy it at Disney park. But I'm like, wait, I literally just Googled, and that's why I laughed while you were talking. I wasn't laughing at, at you to make fun of you. I was literally, because the image of Darth Vader in Dumbo made me laugh so
hard. I cannot believe you've never
seen
it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I've never seen it. That's wild. I have never seen that.
Not a single word of dialogue, the whole commercial, and then at the very end, they walk up to Star Tours again. It still says closed, and then And he walks in the door and he rides the ride. And then it's like, Star Tours, open now.
I really, really want to watch this commercial. As soon as we are done, this is the first thing I'm doing. I'm going to watch this commercial because I don't like a Star Wars. I've seen one Star Wars and like I don't retain that information. And anytime I'm the pilot on Smuggler's Run, I just purposely crash into the walls. So I just feel like I am not Star Wars target person, but this I am a target person for, and I'm going to be watching. You said it was the opening of Star Tours?
At Disneyland.
But didn't Star Tours open in like the 90s? Or am I crazy?
No, it opened in the late 80s. I believe it was...
What? Well, yeah, but like... Right, that's what I'm saying. It was there before, I think, the commercial. Maybe they like
Maybe they redid it.
Or
commercial,
something?
It was more updated than the ones we've already talked about.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was like a mid-2000, maybe 2010 commercial.
Yeah.
So it was like for a redo of Star Tours, maybe what's it called now? The Journey Continues.
It says 2011.
Maybe it's for that.
Is when Disney Parks posted on YouTube.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So maybe it was when did the new version of Star Tours open? Was it then? It might have been for that. If it was 2011.
Oh well.
But that's great. I love that, Fry. That is a really. Thank you for blessing me with that visual because I have never seen that
I'm
before.
excited for you to watch it, and I expect a full report back.
You're going to get it. You might even get maybe I'll even send you a live video of me watching it because a live react. I always love when like little guys are like out of context in places, like just putting like it just, Darth Vader. Who cares about your gripes with him? Put that man on Dumbo, and he's just a big old sweetie.
Well, I mean, clearly you haven't finished watching the trilogy. Otherwise, you would know that, like, you're okay. It's okay to like Darth Vader in the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, you really need to talk to Emma about that, about Darth Vader, Anakin specifically, so...
Are you, like, the only person who doesn't know, like, the twist of Star Wars? Joseph Nolfi.
Is there only one?
the big one of the original trilogy.
What twist do you know?
Yeah, wait.
What twist do you know, Joey?
That he's Luke's father?
Okay.
That's it? That's all you know?
Yeah.
All right. You better go watch some Star Wars.
I'm sorry, but you have to watch Star Wars.
You can also make sure to skip the Star Wars Christmas special, but also don't skip it.
What other twists are there?
We can't get into that. That's a completely different episode.
That's a different episode. All right. I'm going to just say another one because I have a really good one here.
Okay, Debbie.
Okay. All right. So
Fry is so shocked.
Yeah.
I was doing my research for this, I found a commercial which I don't really remember, but like I have like a small memory of, and it stars actually Marnie's mom from Halloween Town. I don't know her name, but it's the mom from Halloween Town, with the red hair. And it's her and her husband in the kitchen. And this, I would say, this is the first Disney adult commercial, at least that I have found. Okay. And he asks,
wait, is this the They're So Weird one?
Yes.
Yes, this was on my list too.
Yes. Yeah. So here's a picture. You have a couple in a kitchen, and the husband asks the wife, Marnie's mom, "Did my folks get to Disney World okay?" She says, "Uh-huh." He says, "I can't believe they went by themselves. They're getting so weird." And while he's saying that, there's images of his parents having the most absolute best vacation time in Disney World by themselves.
They went by themselves. They're getting so weird.
I think it's cute.
And then he says, "Yeah, but you know how they are. Dad will bury his nose in a book and Mom will spend half the day just sitting around. You can't picture it, having them dinner in front of the TV and in bed by 10. And the wife's like, "You're wrong." And again, the entire time, it's them just having the best time. And then he says, "Hey, I love them.
But right now, I bet they're thinking, gosh, this place just isn't the same without the kids."
And they are having the best time.
They're having the best time.
And there, my friends, is the beginnings of the Disney adult.
Disney adult. And it's fun. I am so glad. Yes, I had this one on my list as well, and I had the same reaction that you did. There's another one that I was trying to find. There's like an older Disney adult commercial that it's like, it's very early 90s or late 80s, but it's more informational versus like actually scripted, and it does show like a bunch of different adults doing things around the parks. I think it's before studios open, because I think they only show Epcot and Magic Kingdom, but it's a really, really, really good one too, and I couldn't find it online. I saw it on some random Instagram account a long time ago, but this one, I call this one the F Them Kids commercial, because that it really is what it is, because it's like so... I'm so glad that Disney did this, because like when they say, and I'm going to go through like the shots of what they're doing, like when he's like, oh, Dad will bury his nose in a book. Daddy's hitting them greens. Is that what golfing is called? Hitting the greens, shooting the greens,
I have no
or whatever.
idea.
I don't know. He's golfing, having the time of his life. He's like, Mom will spend half a day just sitting around. That lady's on them water slides. And then he's like, by 10, they'll be dead on their feet. Nope, they're dancing at Pleasure Island. And like, what are you doing, complaining in your kitchen? But I bet when they say I bet right now, they're thinking, gosh, this place isn't the same without kids. No, they're watching the fireworks without you, you gossiping monster. And
Gossiping monster.
they are sitting there.
That's the t-shirt.
They are sitting there without you, their horrible, horrific son who thinks like this. And he thinks that these perfectly healthy 60-year-old people are going on vacation to die and miss who? You, their son, who waits until they're out of the room to talk out the side of his mouth on his parents' names and their intentions of a good family vacation?
Yeah.
I would go without you too, sir.
Yeah.
Who wants you
absolutely.
around? Thank you for putting that on your list, Emmy. That is a really, really good one. All right, Fry, do you have another one?
Yes, I do. This one is more recent than even the last one that I talked about. This one is a complete musical commercial.
Yes. The 2016 commercial.
With the man that is singing. Yes. So this one was a commercial solely about... We're going to be a little sad talking about it now, because it's a commercial solely about all of the perks you get with your Disney World hotel.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
And most of them aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You hear that, Larry?
Yeah. But it was really, really sweet, because it's also a very long commercial, and there were a bunch of different scenes where they were in different places in Disney World, in different costumes, all this stuff. Every single scene was a different Disney song. They just redid the words to talk about Disney hotels and staying in the parks and all of this extra stuff. So it was really, really cool. I know there was Jungle Book, there was Small World, was Mary Poppins, Supercalifragilistic, all of that kind of stuff. It was very, very cool. And it was a very long commercial, and also sad to think that that would not work in today's world, because our attention spans are just not there anymore. But I love that commercial.
Yeah, me too.
That sounds lovely. That sounds like a musical that I might actually like. Demi knew I was going to say that.
I actually found this commercial, I want to say like maybe 2021 on TikTok. I don't remember seeing it before that. And it started trending again, because that was like the Chapek era when a lot of things are getting rolled back.
AJ's favorite.
And the one who sees them everywhere. And I remember like everybody in the comments being like, oh my gosh, what happened in like 4, 5, 6 years? But do you want to go over some of the things that they said in that?
Do it, Fry. Take it away.
Let me see. Magical Express, gone.
Gone.
Free Fast Pass, gone.
Out the door.
It talks about early magic hours, which are still around. That's fine.
And
but different. Evening hours, which still around, but only for deluxe hotel. Not as often.
Bands.
Magic bands that come with your stay. It was the old little skinny ones. When they very first rolled out, he was like, this is the greatest, newest thing. You just scan right into all of our fast pass lanes and blah, 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 all this stuff. I'm like, wow.
Do you know how many times I'll get like a question from someone who hasn't been to Disney in a decade when they're like, are they going to give us those magic bands? And then I have to break it to them.
Honey.
Nope. And no, there's no transportation from the airport either.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
what a list. What a list of
Yeah.
things. This is turning into a
Yeah.
sad list.
it was,
Right.
like, yeah. Go ahead, Fry.
So upbeat and fun. And I loved it because he wore all these different cast member costumes in each different section. And like they're at the beach club and they're at New Fantasyland in front of Dumbo, and then they go Small World and all this kind of stuff. So it hits the nostalgia in all the songs, but then it hits you in the nostalgia where it hurts because you don't get all that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And you're right about how like it would just never work today with the attention span. And it's so funny because like it actually, if you like, it's like a fun like upbeat thing, but they are actually giving you like a ton of information in this short. I don't even know if it's a 30-second or a 1-minute commercial, because there's just so much. Like there's like a whole intro before it even starts talking to you about what's actually included, and like I can't even imagine like being an adult who's never been to Disney, who wants to take their kids for the first time and has like no knowledge of anything, and then just like sees that commercial and then is just like freaked out by like all the information that was just given to them at once. Like I mean it's great that they did that, but like it really was a lot of information. Wow. Thanks for making us sad, Fry. I'm kidding.
No. Well, we have to return the favor, or Fry had to return the favor because we've made her cry now 17 times during this commercial.
That is true. During this commercial? Now this is a commercial. This is our commercial about commercials.
This commercial for commercials.
Make sure to listen to the Park Peeps pod about commercials for commercials and commercials
edition.
and you.
I'm just going to get through my last two. They're relatively quick. But so one is the 2004 Tower of Terror child murder commercial where it's technically Disneyland, but I wanted to mention it anyway because there is it's so funny to me that these teens get into the Tower of Terror hotel, and there's a little elevator that they get into with the bellhop, and they ask the bellhop to scare them, and he goes, "Boo."
Oh yeah, real scary.
And they're all laughing at him, and it's like, "Oh, that wasn't scary." And then he goes, "Let me try that again." And then the lightning flashes, and it shows his skeleton. And then his answer to that request is apparently death, because the next shot, he like cranks the lever, and the next shot, like the elevator falls, and the next shot is the teens' items that they all came with. There's a shot of the ceiling and the items shooting up toward the ceiling.
Let me try that again. Boo.
Because they're falling faster than the speed of gravity while they scream. And then there's shots of the equipment failing and breaking and steam coming up, and then the elevator careening down. And they're like, "Come ride Tower of Terror." And I'm like, your advertisement is literally like this bellhop murdering teenagers. And I love that commercial. I think it was kind of daring for Disney. So I really, really liked that one. And I think I like that Tower of Terror is always sort of the one that they kind of push the boundary with. Like, I mean, there's literally a ghost child in this, this. So it's because are there ghost children in Haunted Mansion? I don't think there's any ghost children in Haunted Mansion.
I'm trying to think like in the graveyard scene.
No, there's not.
There's any like young kids.
Yeah, there's no teens, there's no kids, there's no.
There is an opera singer though, and
she is fabulous. Yeah, I don't think there's any children in there, so it is interesting to me that the Tower of Terror is the one that they're like, it's like ghost child. In the France iteration, in the Florida iteration, ghost children. But then my last one is there's this very strange commercial, and I like it just because it's just suburban blandness, and I am obsessed with suburban blandness. But it's the Let's Check on the Guys commercial from 2004, and there is a group of moms, and then it's another Disney adult commercial because there's no children. So it's a group of moms, and they're at Epcot, and they have walkie-talkies, and the one gets on the walkie, and they're all dressed like quintessential moms, like mom jeans, mom shorts. Like it's so funny. But they're like hot mamas to deadbeats.
Hot mamas to deadbeats.
Hello, hot mamas.
Where are you guys?
We're at the Tower of Terror even as we speak.
Which is, and then it shows the dads who are on a golf course.
Wait, they really said that? You're not lying.
She goes hot mamas to deadbeats, like that's their like her code name for the dads. And
she has some other problems if that's the code name for her husband.
That's her code name for the husbands. So they switch, and this was from 2004. So not too long ago. Yeah, she was hot mamas to deadbeats, and the dads pick up, and they're at a golf course. However, they're trying to trick the moms into thinking that they're on Tower of Terror. They're like, oh no, we're on Tower of Terror. Oh, we're breaking up. Can't hear you.
Okay, it's off.
And then they hang up, and the guys are like, we dodged a bullet there. Like and then it goes back to the women, and the women are like, they're golfing.
Golfing.
It's just, I love it. It's so silly and it's so stupid, but it's another.
Please send that to me.
Yes,
ASAP.
it is the only place I could find it was on TikTok. But it is such a good commercial. It makes me laugh every time I see it, and I love what the moms are wearing. They're just in their little mom outfits, and also walkie-talkies at Disney.
Well, was it those? My mom used to have that cell phone that was like a walkie-talkie also. Yeah. So I think it was probably that.
Maybe it was that.
For the children out there, that was a thing.
Yeah, maybe it was that. But it's hilarious either way. But I mean, come on. Hot mamas to deadbeats.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. All right. Demi, Fry, do we have any more?
I have some more. I can do a quick one if Fry, if you have another one. Or are you?
Oh, Demi.
Okay. I mean, you can go for it.
So, I found out something really. Let me do this really quick one first. It was for the 25th anniversary of Disney World, and it's just like a really short one. And it's it's family at home, and they're trying to get this kid to start walking. And they're like, if you walk, we can go to Disney. And then it cuts to them at the park, and they're like, well, I'm glad we didn't wait until she started walking because she wasn't walking. And then all of a sudden, as they say that, she starts walking because she sees Mickey and she walks over to Mickey for the first time. And that's literally the entire commercial. And it's genius.
It's not.
It's genius.
Running from Michael Eisner. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Why would I would run to Michael Eisner for a high five. Thank you, sir, for everything.
Just teasing.
Yeah, that's literally it. And it was for the 25th anniversary. And then as I was doing my research, you guys, I found the same commercial filmed twice with two different children.
Yes, I saw that too, and it was crazy.
Go ahead. Talk about it then.
Because it's the same exact commercial about these two siblings, or whatever, but one is white children and the other one is black children.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's the same exact everything, but I guess Disney put it out two different
markets or cities.
Yeah.
Or what? Wow.
I did that, and I thought that was crazy.
It was really weird. It's literally the same script, the same locations. They're walking through Cinderella Castle. Do you know who lives here, Cinderella? I'm pretty sure she has her own room. And then they look at the Walt statue and it says, "That's Walt. He's before your time." And then they're on magic carpets of Aladdin, and they're and then he's just doing the same moves. It's shot for shot. They have the kids doing the same motions. It's the same commercial, and it's so bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if anyone worked on these commercials and is hearing this episode, can you give us an explanation of to why?
And you can even kind of tell that they only recorded kid's voice and put it on top of the other kid. To me, it looked like these kids are just mouthing the words. And
I didn't even realize that.
They weren't really I'm pretty sure they just made the first one and used the same exact audio.
Oh my gosh, they were lip syncing? I didn't even realize it.
Lip syncing.
They were lip syncing for their Disney
Wait,
tickets.
what year was this one?
I'm unclear. Definitely at least early 2000s or late 90s for sure.
I'm going to have to look at this. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to, after this, we're going to need to get on a little group chat and everybody just send the links.
It's called Big Sister. I have both links to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Big Sister, and I'm gonna need Darth Vader and Dumbo.
You look.
Yeah, it was a very weird thing to come across, and
yeah, I mean, I guess marketing, just that they're trying to go after literally every single demographic. So why not just film the same commercial with different people?
Yeah.
Oh, love that.
Well,
love that.
Fry, did you have any more?
I had one more that I really, and it was back when Disney kind of got into the commercials, not even about the parks, but just about Disney in life. And, they were promoting like Disney Side, that whole campaign that they did. And it was the commercial where it's just a regular mall on a regular day. And they go and they set up one of the stores at the mall is like a screen and there's lights on it. So you can like see shadows. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Neither one of you see. Okay. So this is really, really cute. It's a regular mall. And so people are just walking past the window, but you can't see in it. You can only see shadows. So like when a little kid walks by, Buzz Lightyear walks beside him. Mm-hmm. Or like a little girl walks up. It's like Cinderella. And then a couple people start to notice. And so then they start like, mirroring, and the characters on the other side are doing the same thing that they do. And a whole big group starts to gather. And so people are watching, and even like adults get in on it. And this one guy like starts to do dance moves and like challenges Mickey Mouse to a dance off. And so like he does this one move and then Mickey does it back. And multiple characters, multiple princesses. You've got Toy Story characters. You've got the classic Mickey, Goofy, Donald kind of characters, all that. And then at the very end of it, like there's a huge half circle crowd of people watching. Doors open and all the characters. And then it's basically all these people, kids, adults alike, are all just hanging out with all these Disney characters. And it's just like Disney side. Show your Disney side. It was really cute.
I really love that. I really would love to see that as well. And fun fact, that little boy who was seeing Buzz Lightyear grew up to be Josh D'Amaro. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I thought you were going to say it was Larry.
No, I'm totally kidding. I forget which year you said this is from, but so maybe the bit didn't work. But no, I love that. See, like commercial.
We're making Josh D'Amaro younger every
episode. We really are. Next week it's going to be like Gen Alpha Josh D'Amaro.
Josh D'Amaro.
But yeah, that it's commercial creativity. There's a lot of very talented people that work on commercials. Like, and I'm talking like. That's why you see a lot of Hollywood directors, like Sofia Coppola has made recently, like very high-end, luxurious perfume commercials. And it's like commercial art, it can be an art. And that sounds like a lot of these, Disney has very qualified people making interesting narratives, not just advertising. And I think Disney has really always done that with their parks commercials, is they do seem like art projects instead of just like throwing some information at you. And that's really what that one sounds like. So that's very sweet. I love that.
I do want to just throw in one thing. I'm done with my commercials, but as a Disney VHS kid, I would like to play a little earworm for you all that is burned into my soul.
Not the boar worms.
I'm just going to play it, and I hope you all enjoy the nostalgia.
A voice note from Larry.
So, do you remember that one?
I do.
Every VHS, I feel like, started with that, and I actually hated it. When I was a kid, I hated that intro because like it felt so long to me, and I just wanted to get to the movie. I would fast forward it so much, and because I could recite the whole thing for you, but like I won't. And it was just like, but I feel like that is just like such a 90s, like mid to late 90s Disney era of nostalgia VHS that forever is just burned into us.
I love that you were like, let me play this lovely nostalgic sound, and you're like, I hated it.
I hated it. I hated it. I mean, I don't hate it now, but I was a kid and I wanted to get to the movie.
That's right.
A lot of core Disney things
Yes.
today.
No,
We
we
did.
covered a lot, and this really got us, I think, all in our feelings. So thank you, Fry, for being here
Yeah,
with us
thank
today.
you, Fry.
And I really appreciate you doing this and for going down this little memory journey with us, despite us all being different eras. Like, I wasn't even alive when any of these commercials came out. So even the 2016 ones, I was not alive. So
Not at all.
well, Fry, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
Well, you can find me and all of my friends on YouTube and social media over at AllEarsNet or AllEars.com. We post all kinds of content about Disney parks, helping you plan, or just having fun games and challenges in the parks and trying to, tire ourselves out for absolutely no reason but for your entertainment. So there, you can find us all there. I have an Instagram at AllEars Fry Bucket. That is my name on the internet. Get used to it. But yeah.
And it's the greatest
Yes,
name.
and we got that exclusive on the story of it. Park Peeps exclusive.
Thank you so much for having me. This was my first podcast, so I hope it went well.
Well, Fry, you killed
Gagged.
it.
You killed it. Yeah, no, this was so good.
We are honored to be your first
Yes.
podcast and to expand the All Ears Park Peeps
Crossover
universe,
multiverse. Yes, love it. Well, you heard Fry. Keep up with her there, and keep up with the All Ears team through all of their different channels, and also keep up with me at Joey Nolfi. Follow at Park Peeps Pod on socials. Rate us, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the things to help us keep bringing you theme park content.
And follow me, Demi, at Magical Hijinks. That's HIJINX on social. And of course, YouTube, where you should be subscribed already. And next week, we're on a short 1-episode break. But join us again later in August as we return with even more theme park calamity, all leading up to HHN 2025 opening night on August 29th. And stay tuned. The reason why we're taking a little break is I'll be at Horror Unleashed in Vegas. So make sure to subscribe on the YouTube so you see all that stuff and on the socials. And after that, we'll have a special recap of HHN in a few weeks and all the other good stuff. So we'll see you next time.
Bye, Stacy.
Bye, Stacy. We love
you,
you.
Stace.